Do you know about John Davison Rockefeller, the world's first billionaire, with an empire that dominated the oil business for many years? Rockefeller formed Standard Oil Company, which later became a dominant monopoly in the oil sector. In this video, we'll learn the life story of Rockefeller, the world's first billionaire. From humble origins to controversial achievements, Rockefeller's life is a story of ambition, ruthlessness, and philanthropy. So, make sure to like the video and subscribe to our channel. Let's start the video. Humble origins. In 1839, John Davison Rockefeller was born into a poor farming family. His father, William Rockefeller, led a mysterious life as a con artist, leaving the family in need. Despite hardships, John worked hard, helping on the farm and finding innovative ways to make money. When William faced accusations of sexual assault, the family was driven out of town. With their absent father, John became the unofficial head of the family. At 16, with a growing family and an absent father, John had to support them. Dropping out of school, he faced rejection in job interviews due to his age. After weeks of perseverance, he landed a bookkeeping job in Cleveland. John celebrated 26 September as Job Day, cherishing the opportunity. His first job taught him business intricacies. Despite a modest salary, John's dedication earned him a raise, granting him independence from his father. He gave back to his family and charity. Facing a recession, John took the lead as the firm's accountant. Confident from experience, John was already planning his biggest move yet. John Davison Rockefeller was ready to start his own company. Early years in business. In the early years of his business journey, 18-year-old John Rockefeller partnered with Morris Clark to establish Clark and Rockefeller, a production business in Cleveland. Despite initial challenges, they thrived, using a clever trick to secure loans and capitalize on the booming economy during the American Civil War. As the production business flourished, Rockefeller encountered Samuel Andrews, who proposed a venture into crude oil refining. The duo loaned Andrews money to set up an oil refinery, which quickly became their most profitable venture. Sensing the potential in the oil industry, Rockefeller and Morris transitioned fully into refining and closed their previous business. Navigating the unpredictable oil market, Rockefeller focused on refining rather than mining. Facing challenges, Morris sold his share to Rockefeller in 1865. Undeterred, Rockefeller seized the opportunity as a massive oil field was discovered, securing the future of the oil industry. Rockefeller expanded his business, merging with other refineries and forming Rockefeller, Andrews, and Flagler. In 1870, the enterprise was incorporated as the Standard Oil Company, with Rockefeller as president. Of course, the market was still very competitive, so if John truly wanted to become as wealthy as he desired, he would have to brutally crush his competition. Crushing the competition. In 1872, facing plummeting oil prices, John Davison Rockefeller teamed up with the president of the Pennsylvania Railroad, Tom Scott, to form the South Improvement Company, SIC. Under this secret alliance, Standard Oil Company and major railroads aimed to control oil transportation and cripple competitors. The deal offered a 50% rebate on transportation costs for Rockefeller and his allies, creating drawbacks for non-members. Despite claiming it would save the oil industry, the SIC faced public outrage, protests, and boycotts. The oil miners' countermove led to the disbandment of the SIC in just 2 months. Undeterred, Rockefeller saw an opportunity to assert dominance publicly. In the Cleveland Massacre, he pressured 22 of 26 local oil refineries into selling for less than their worth. Standard Oil's ruthless tactics continued during the national economic recession of 1873. While many struggled, Rockefeller capitalized on the crisis. He initiated a nationwide buyout campaign, using various strategies to pressure competitors into submission. By controlling refining centers like Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, and New York, and establishing pipelines, Standard Oil earned the nickname the Octopus. In his 30s, Rockefeller became the undisputed king of oil refining and amassed immense wealth. Despite his success, criticism and enemies grew as Standard Oil's ruthless monopoly expanded. Marriage and children. On September 8, 1864, John Davison Rockefeller married Laura Celestia Seti Spellman, his high school class valedictorian. Although he didn't graduate, Seti was a college-educated woman from a prosperous Cleveland family. Both were passionate about their church, temperance, and abolition movements. Despite not finishing school, Rockefeller highly valued Seti's intelligence and often sought her advice in business matters. Between 1866 and 1874, the couple had 5 children and bought a grand home in Cleveland known as Millionaire's Row. They also acquired a summer home, Forest Hill, overlooking Lake Erie. In 1880, due to Rockefeller's business in New York, they purchased a brownstone on West 54th Street. Later, as the family grew, they built a house in Pocantico Hills, near Manhattan. They celebrated their golden anniversary there. But Laura Seti Rockefeller died in the following spring of 1915 at the age of 75. John Davison Rockefeller named the first billionaire. Even though John had retired, he still owned 30% of Standard Oil's stock. Thanks to the booming auto industry, he became wealthier in retirement. President Theodore Roosevelt targeted Standard Oil due to its bad reputation. Journalist Ida Tarbell, whose father's business was ruined by Rockefeller's ruthless business, exposed the company's dark history. Tarbell's articles revealed John's backroom deals, intimidation tactics, and corrupt practices. The public, angered by John's silence, turned against him. Roosevelt, capitalizing on public sentiment, promised to take down monopolies in his presidential campaign. After winning re-election, Roosevelt investigated Standard Oil for monopolistic practices, predatory pricing, and corporate espionage. The lawsuit, spanning years, revealed Standard's monopoly and political bribery. In 1911, the government ordered Standard Oil's dissolution, and the company was split into 34 independent entities. From the outside, it might have looked like Standard had been ruined by the dissolution. Surprisingly, the breakup was profitable for John as new oil fields were discovered in places like Texas and California. Independent refiners found their footing faster than Standard could absorb them, and international competitors in the Middle East and Russia emerged. John, owning shares in all 34 companies, saw their value triple after public trading. By the end of 1916, John Davison Rockefeller became the world's first billionaire. Rockefeller, as philanthropist, once the world's wealthiest man, embraced philanthropy after retiring and dissolving his company. Despite being over 70, his sense of duty led him to energetic charity work. Since his first paycheck, John consistently donated at least 10% of his earnings to various causes, even anonymously. In 1913, he established the Rockefeller Foundation with key associates, having already given away $150 million. Over time, his personal contributions reached $540 million, while the foundation, led by Frederick Gates and John Jr., gave an additional $537 million. The Rockefeller Foundation, founded over 100 years ago, has contributed billions to various causes with a significant focus on medicine and education. John's contributions to medical research helped combat diseases, while his educational support alleviated poverty in the southern U.S. and established prestigious institutions worldwide. Today, the Rockefeller Foundation continues its impactful philanthropy across various causes. Legacy. It all began with a 16-year-old boy who had to start a business to support his family. But thinking about John Davison Rockefeller brings up a moral debate. His legacy has 2 sides, a good side and a ruthless side. His biography says, what makes him so problematic is that his good side was as good as his bad side was bad. It's like there were 2 different Rockefellers, one charitable and dutiful, the other corrupt and unforgiving. Despite opinions, John Davison Rockefeller remains one of history's most fascinating businessmen. When he passed away at 97, his son said, "There was only ever one John Davison Rockefeller." Despite criticism for his oil fortune, his philanthropy changed lives and advanced medicine and science, leaving a lasting impact on American business. Hope you found the video helpful. Don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to stay updated with more exciting content. Thanks for watching.